Okay, so, well, okay, I don't know. What to talk about, let's talk about Kenobi. So, last session I had watched episode 1, and now I've seen episode 2. Um, the internet's been in a very strange fluster that I just do not understand, about Riva, the actress. I don't understand at all. Like, okay, I watched episode 2, and then I watched some breakdowns of the things, and like everybody was like, yeah, Riva's annoying, and I'm like, what are you talking about? I thought Riva was fine. And like, I mean, like, as a character, I mean, sure, she's brash and, vengeful and, ambitious, which is all traits you would think would be in a character from the dark side. I really don't see what people have I mean, I guess I really am just an apathetic person where I don't really have that strong of a feeling for most things, and like, there's nothing really annoying to me about her character, and I just don't understand that. And then obviously the hate for the actress is like, it's just completely fucking stupid, because it's like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, to be fair, I don't know what bad acting looks like. But most of the things, when people get angry at the actors, I feel like it ends up usually being because of something that the writing that the writers wrote into their character more than the actor actually portraying. And even then, like, I don't know, is an actor being bad at their job even a thing to actually hate somebody for? And again, I don't think the actress did anything wrong. I thought her portrayal of the character was fine. I mean, I agree that, like, some, like, the freaking killing off a character that we know survives is like taking a huge step in the worst direction for Star Wars. Like, we've had, like, in Star Wars, a character dying means that they're gonna come back. That means that there's like a 50 or 60% chance that they're gonna come back. And like, and it just kind of makes death meaningless. This is like, this is the thing with the Grand Inquisitor is just a huge fuck you to, like, yeah, no, death is just meaningless in this franchise. And like we know they survive. You're not gonna retcon a TV show. Like, I don't know. It's super weird. And then but yeah, so again, I think Riva as a character I think she's fine. Actress seems fine. As a person, I guess, I mean, I don't know. She doesn't seem like a terrible person. She seems fine. I don't know. I really liked. I really liked the clone trooper little cameo in episode 2 as well. I kind of almost am curious if Obi-Wan's ever actually going to ignite his lightsaber. Like, there's some things that I feel like. Another thing that's kind of annoying to me, and I think it is really just more of a writing thing, is just that, like, Riva just knows about Darth Vader's secret, even though, like, nobody's supposed to know. How? And, like, okay, so the way that, like, this is just a fact. This isn't, like, some big reveal. I mean, I guess it was kind of a reveal at episode 1, at the end of episode 1, but it also didn't, like, spell it out, like, very plainly, and it didn't have that effect, because it's like, because instead of being like, oh shit, what? it was, wait a minute, what? Was the kind of reaction that dropped. Or that I had, at least. You know, there's probably going to be some really good explanation of it, but the way that they introduced that detail was just bad. And the way that they're just rolling with it is like some casual fact, like, that's annoying. It's not a good way to do things. Let's see. Other than that, what else? There's also some very interesting things I saw in relation to Star Wars with the retcons. And, you know, that just reminds me, like... So there's a dude complaining about the, talking about the plot details that the plot fixed of the Season 7, the Siege of Mandalore arc in the Clone Wars, and the things, the plot holes it plugged and the plot holes it created. And one of the really interesting things was that, like, I read the Ahsoka book when it came out, and it, like, yeah, it really did just completely, like, take all the details of the Ahsoka book and just laugh in its face when it came to the parts that referred back to the Siege of Mandalore. Like, literally every detail was just, no, that didn't actually happen. Every detail as well, like, literally, very seriously so, every detail. I don't know if there was, and I mean, okay, like, it's Dave Filoni's story that the writer of that book, you know, took and then extrapolated, and then wrote about it, and then, had to make it relate to the book, to that story, which, you know, some minor details, you know, you can, be whatever. But, like, I don't know, it's just, and, you know, it's, you know, so Dave Filoni and his the writing team behind it, you know, going back and working on that and changing that, you know, that's whatever in the grand scheme of things, I think, but it still just feels really weird. And it also becomes this thing of, like, back in the day back before Disney, you know, there were levels of canon, and, like, if there was a new movie that took place in the Clone Wars, it could retcon the entire Clone Wars series, for instance. And it just feels really weird. Like, there's no way that they're gonna just retcon the entirety of Rebels. Like, no. But it just feels like doing a character death like that is actually, like, in the same way that, like, a false surrender is, like, something that, you know, makes you just not care about surrenders because they're probably a false surrender. There's a good chance it could be, you know, as a war crime. You know, it sort of, fake deaths sort of have the same effect.